Hello, Houston Texans fans. Today, we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready, because there's a lot of important information coming. Before we start, we'd like to take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the news about our Houston Texans. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to those who are most passionate about the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Texans sign Penn State's new DB Jalen Reed ahead of rookie minicamp. The Houston Texans have officially signed defensive back Jalen Reed, who was selected in the 6th round of the 2024 NFL Draft. The information was confirmed by Aaron Wilson of KPRC2 Sports. Reed, who comes from Penn State, signed a 4-year contract worth a total of $4.95 million, including a signing bonus of $243,800. The deal guarantees him to remain in Houston through the end of the 2028 season, further strengthening the team's secondary. During his college career, Reed stood out as a starter for 2 seasons in State College. In 2023, he totaled 46 tackles and 2 interceptions, being an important part of the Nittany Lions defense. In his college career, the Texans' new signing has accumulated 181 tackles, 12.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 5 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and even 1 defensive touchdown. In addition, he defended 12 passes and showed great reading of the game in decisive moments. Standing at 6'4" and weighing around 215 pounds, Reed also caught the eye during the NFL Scouting Combine in February, when he clocked a 4.49-second 40-yard dash, a feat that demonstrates his good speed for covering routes and reacting quickly to plays. The Houston Texans are currently in full swing at their rookie minicamp, and Reed is already joining the other rookies in preparation for the upcoming NFL season. He is expected to compete for a spot on the roster and contribute to both special teams and the defensive rotation from the start. Texans linked to former Pro Bowl guard in new twist. The Houston Texans have been linked to a former Pro Bowl player. The Houston Texans haven't been able to do much this offseason in terms of adding elite talent, which is partly due to their dire financial situation. The Texans thankfully landed some very intriguing offensive weapons in the NFL Draft, signing wide receivers Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel on day 2, and then selecting running back Woody Marks in the 4th round, but there are still questions. Let's be real, we don't know how Higgins and Noel will adapt to the pro level, and while Marks has potential, Houston still has a serious depth issue behind Joe Mixon in the backfield. That's why NFL.com's Jeffrey Chadiha linked the Texans to free agent halfback Nick Chubb, a 4-time Pro Bowler who has had a tough time with injuries in recent seasons. There really aren't a lot of great options for Chubb at this point, Chadiha wrote. The Texans are a possibility only because they aren't as strong at running back after Joe Mixon, as backup Dameon Pierce has been disappointing since rushing for 939 yards as a rookie 3 years ago. Running back was an obvious problem for Houston heading into the offseason, though thanks to the Texans' confusing offensive line situation and questionable depth at wide receiver, it wasn't really the primary focus of fans and media commentators. But we can't ignore that the problem exists, with Mixon, who has a lot of mileage on his legs, turning 29 in July and coming off a 2024 season in which he was really Houston's only reliable ball carrier. Chubb rushed for 332 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging just 3.2 yards per carry with the Cleveland Browns last season, and is a far cry from his 4 Pro Bowl career as a result of a devastating knee injury he suffered in September 2023, as well as a broken foot he suffered last December. However, with the market being very thin on halfbacks right now, Chubb could prove to be the Texans' best veteran answer at the position.